Welcome to this pre-race information about Hallsta Triathlon. My name is Per Wikner and I'm the race director. This information will be held in English. As you see, this information includes age 14 to 15. The race is the Swedish Championship, the sprint distance, and also part of the Nordic Cup. Here you see the race organization. This and other essential information you can find on the information board located in the center of the venue. And you will see the jury will be extended to 5 delegates on Sunday. The event center looks like this. The registration is on the second floor in the sports hall, and you reach it from outside through the stairways. The schedule will be posted on the information board, including time for check-in and check-out. And note that Elit and the other transition area, that they have another transition area than age group and others. Also beware of that you must go passing the finish to the lineup to get registered in the time registration. From swim to T1, you run through the finish corridor. Registration on Saturday and on Sunday. And on the competition day, you have the possibility to leave your bag at the secretariat if you want. There's no supervising, but leave your bag behind the registration desk where unauthorized persons are not allowed. You have bring a clear labeling on the bag so that a staff member can retrieve it. You see the schedule. Please note that group cycling around the course takes place on Saturday. And it's only that time because one industrial area is closed normally, but it's open from 15 to 16. Check-in for men takes place at the same time as the last age group participant may be heading out for the run. So show consideration if there will be that. We will start the check-in as soon as we can, but if there is one left of age group, we can make him go through the T1 transition area for you. Boys and girls start 10 minutes after women to avoid crossing traffic during the cycling segment. Female and 14-15 will enter the shared swim course approximately 150 meters before the exit. There is no checkout during ongoing T1 or T2. And remember to bring something that identifies who you are when collecting equipment from the transition area. Example, your suit, timing chip, race bib, or another form of ID. The award ceremony 25 minutes past 3 is for the Nordic Cup male. And we do that because we want our neighbors from the Nordic countries to get home as soon as possible. So we have a tight schedule and want to keep it so everybody can go home. We start at 16:10 actually, with the award ceremony for 14:15. It says 16:20 on this one, but we hopefully can start that at 16:10. And after the last female had gone over the finish line, the award ceremony for female Nordic Cup will take place. And after female Nordic Cup has been taken, we have done that, we will follow that by the Swedish Championship Award. About race suits, race numbers label are for 14, 15. The race number is not allowed to be used under the wetsuit. If you don't have a race suit with name on it, it's to produce, you can produce your own label, your last name on it. You use that on the back or during a bike and front during the run. You probably use a race belt. It's like a number bib. Here you see the race suit exemption. You can read it by yourself. Most important, I think, will be that you have to, the zipper of the suit must be fully closed during this final 100 meters before the finish line. That's the thing to really remember. Check-in point and will be on the north side of the street. The time will be noticed on the board, information board. Labeled weeds are to be left in the wheel box at the check-in. And as I told you earlier, male participants need to watch out for late age group participants during check-in, but I don't think that will be any issue. Note that there will be piloting hotel guests south of the transition area. That's nothing that should worry you. About check-in and check-out. Each position, you have your own black number box in which equipment must be placed to make room for the female, boys and girls aged 14-15. The male bikes and equipment boxes will be gradually moved after the males T2. The same applies to boys and girls aged 14-15 in order to restore the area after the race and reopen it to car traffic. Note that the male will check out through checkout 1 on the left part of this slide during female 14-15 bike. And after T2 and everybody has done their bike, then you can check out at the same point as you checked in, because that is not to disturb the female during bike and not disturbing the female during the run. About marking, they're orange on the left side, and there will be yellow on the right side. About the start, be careful when entering the water. The bottom consists of silt and mud, and it is shallow on the way out to the starting line. We recommend swimming out rather than walking on the bottom. And if there is a false start, you can still get the penalty yellow card, even though there will be no restart. There is numbers on the swim cap. Like it says here, the penalty for false start, 10 seconds. And for youth, it should be 5 seconds. No, sorry. For the 14-15, age 14-15, it will be 5 seconds. About the swim course, boys and girls goes into the same course approximately 150 meters before the swim exit. What I mean is that 14-15, age 14-15 does that. It goes into the same course 150 meters before the swim exit. And you can be alert to avoid collisions, especially if you are in the back of the female competition, senior, junior, and youth. Transition, swim bike. Looks like this. And equipment outside the box will result in a warning, and you must then place the equipment back inside the box. If this is not done, when instructed by the referee, you will be disqualified. If the referee discovers this after you have left the transition area, a 10-second penalty may be given to be served in the penalty box during T2 or during the run. If you start cycling before the mount line, the time penalty should be served in the penalty box during T2 or during the run. It is your responsibility to check the board at the penalty box to see if your race number is listed on and the type of time penalty. Time penalty for age 14-15 is 5 seconds. About the bike, there will be a motorcycle with a red vest ahead of the first participant, and there will be a motorcycle with a green vest behind the last participant. Please note that overtaking may occur on both the left and right sides. In the event of an accident on the course, first aid personnel and service vehicles will be dispatched to the scene and in the way. If that happens, show consideration and take care. About the bike course, the length is 6.7 kilometers. Minimize the risks of participants being lapped during the cycling segments, unless participant gets a flat tire or experience another major issue with their bikes. The roads are closed to vehicle traffic, but be alert for pedestrians. There are no barricades or volunteers covering the entire course. We recommend that you watch the video linked on the website to learn more of the course. Here you see sections marked yellow. There will be encounter other participants. Then you keep to the right side. On this section, the racetrack is the right side of the road. Biking on the left side counts like leaving the racetrack and will result in disqualification. Doing that for safety reasons are accepted. And here on these sections marked orange, the surfer is somewhat rougher. Pay attention to cones and white warning markings on the asphalt. Transition bike run T2. Helmet on bike and in the box, shoes in the box. There's of course not applying to cycling shoes that remain attached to the bike. If the referee discovers that equipment is not in the box after you left T2, a 10-second penalty may be issued and must be served during the run. It will be 5 seconds for age 14, 15. Dismounting the bike before the dismount line will result in a and it's your responsibility to look at the penalty board to see if you have penalty time to do. Run 2 laps or 1 lap for age 14, 15. There's 2 aid stations during run for 5K. And there's opportunity for coaches to distribute fluids at the official aid station. The run is on asphalt and hard gravel. Make sure that you don't take any shortcuts. Run to the left of orange cones and to the right of yellow cones. There will be sports drinks from Umara Sports and water available at the hydration station. Run course. More about it. Littering outside the litter zone will result in stop and go penalty of 10 seconds. So no penalty of that in the penalty box, but more like stop and go where you are done the littering. It's important that you run on the pavement in the beginning of the run on both laps when meeting participants on bike. That's approximately 500 meters in the beginning of each lap. Note that there can be cars piloting on the right side of the street in the last part of the run when you're running on the left side. The lap point, the finish, where you find the penalty box. The run course splits. At that point, lap 2 goes to the left, and if you're going to the finish, you go slightly right over the street and go further on the right side and go 180 degrees and move to the finish line. The ceremony is organized a bit differently out of consideration for our international participants, and we all want to conclude and head home. Results for the top 6 will be displayed on the information board to allow time for any protest before the prize ceremony. The prize ceremony will take place at the finish arch. If you win prize money, we kindly ask you to send your payment details for your club to info@hallstatriathlon.se. And those are able to we kindly ask to collect their bikes and other equipment as soon as possible so that the dismantling process can begin. About weather, there's no risk of swim problems, cancel or so on, and I don't think there is any, risk for not using the wetsuit. You will be able to use the wetsuit. That will be no problem. But the weather is been very hard to prognose. But this is what it says today. It should be. Hopefully there will be no rain. This is our sponsors. Pay them some attention and remember them. And if you are satisfied with our volunteers, please give them a pat on the back so we can have them back next year also. That was everything. So I say good luck and see you on Sunday.